So today, as First Minister of Scotland, I am declaring that there is a climate emergency and Scotland will live up to our responsibility to tackle it.
Nicola Sturgeon promoted Scotland as a world leader when it came to cutting carbon emissions. When the COP26 climate summit rolled into Glasgow, the former First Minister was front and centre.
Hi.
Hiya.
How are you? I'm Rishi.
When Rishi Sunak rode back on his climate pledges last year, her successor Humza Yousaf was having none of it.
I frankly cannot believe that there's such political abdication of responsibility from the Prime Minister in the face of this crisis. It's unforgivable.
But fast forward to this afternoon and the rhetoric wasn't matching up with the reality. First Minister, is it unforgivable what you're doing on climate change?
Yeah.
Do you look like a Tory follower rather than a world leader today? In a major climb down, a key target to cut greenhouse gases by 75% by 2030 is getting dumped for being beyond what was achievable. But the First Minister told Parliament he's accelerating efforts to reach net zero in the longer term.
There is no intention to roll back from that 2045 date in order for us to reach net zero. In order for us to reach net zero, of course, 5 years ahead of the UK government.
Only Humza Yousaf could believe slamming the brakes is an acceleration, because that's what they're doing this afternoon.
If this felt embarrassing for the SNP, spare a thought for the Scottish Greens, who have a power-sharing deal with the Scottish Government. Will Scottish Greens be resigning their government posts over this?
No.
Why?
Because what we're determined to achieve is the accelerated programme of action that the First Minister has just said is necessary. That's what I think we need to look.
Aren't you betraying your voters though? What's the point of having Greens in government if you can't stop things like this happening?
The point of having Greens in government is to accelerate climate action, and that's exactly what we're doing.
But outside these walls, there was a furious response from organisations who campaign on climate issues.
This is an acute global embarrassment, and it's the direct result of a reckless lack of action on climate change. We need to see Scottish ministers build on what we expect is an wholly inadequate set of proposals, and really see the Scottish Parliament unite to raise the funds needed for the deeper action that's required.
Ministers have blamed the limits of devolution for hindering their efforts on climate change and their funding to take action. But the fallout from a failure to meet their own target will be hard to recover from.